The next pose we're going to work on is legs up the wall pose. This is a very restorative pose. This is actually sort of the beginning to what we know as shoulder stand, which is another common pose that we do in yoga. But this is sort of the most basic approach to this pose. You can see that Sarah is sitting on a bolster. You don't need, if you're at home, you can just get a couple of towels, get a few folded up blankets, just something to raise you up a little bit off of the floor. And you can see also that Sarah is sitting sideways on the bolster with one side of her body to the wall. Now, I'm going to ask the mistake, and you can even demonstrate the mistake. The mistake is that people lie back and try to get into the pose, and it does not work that way. The correct way is to lie sideways. She lies down sideways, and you can see she's moving her hips closer and closer to the wall to the point where the butt just barely touches. And then she rolls onto the back and takes the legs up. And she can make the refining adjustments, pulling herself a little closer to the wall, or pulling the bolster, whatever support. Again, if it's a blanket, blankets or towels, you can pull them a little closer. But the goal is to get the hips well supported and slightly higher than the chest. Have the legs straight. And you can see Sarah's legs are quite actively straight. They're not passive and falling out to the sides. This integrity, this awareness of the legs actually feeds into more release in the area of the hips. The name of this pose in Sanskrit is not legs up the wall pose. It's Viparita Karani, which means inverted lake pose. And the image is that we're changing the direction of the fluids of the body. This can be very, very good for you. It's very good for the heart, good for the nervous system. You can see that Sarah's in this position, again, where her head is below her heart, her chest is open. I would recommend a longer stay in this pose. After a long day of work, this can be an excellent pose just to get yourself into and stay. It's very good for the legs. When you are done, as Sarah will do, she's going to take her feet to the wall, just push the feet into the wall and slide herself more away from the wall until her hips come to the ground. And then she's just going to cross her legs and let them rest on the support. This is a very nice way to come out of the pose. It's very low impact, easing your way out. But I will emphasize, after you stay here for a minute or two, that you watch Sarah as she switches the cross of the legs so that the hips release evenly. And then when she comes out, she takes her feet to the floor, rolls to the side, and come up. And that is a Viparita Karani, legs up the wall pose.